This is the foundation coming at you with my week 15 picks. I did bad. I 5-11. No, but if the Cowboys win, hey, that makes it all go away. So anyway, let's get on with these picks. As always, I do my Cowboys videos separately. So let's get on with these picks. So the final Thursday night game of the season. Got the Denver Broncos at the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Indianapolis Colts. If there was, and I gotta say this real quick. If there are any Colts fans that went to that game on Sunday, in Buffalo, shout out to you guys. I mean, that is diehard fans right there. Denver Broncos, this is two different teams when they're home and on the road. So next is the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. I got the Detroit Lions. They're playing for the playoff lives. Little concerning that Stafford has been throwing a little bit of interceptions, but they're fighting for that playoff spot. So but Chicago, hey, if they want to ruin this season, they're building something for the future. To get the satisfaction of ruining the season of your division rival, and you're building something to look forward to next year. They can do, that'll be a great way to close out the season. Next is the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I just have a hard time picking against them when they're at home. But they needed that win in the worst way. Can they muster up all that emotion, all that intensity, all that urgency, everything? Can they do that again? I know they beat down. They gave Raiders a pretty good beat down, but now you're facing one of the hotter teams in the NFL right now. Chargers have been on a tear. They're blowing out teams, and they can go. The division's still in a balance here, and they still can win the division here. Next is the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Again, for the Buffalo Bill fans out there, much respect. I mean, that is diehard fans right there. I haven't never seen snow in my life. So it looks fun on TV. I don't know how much fun will be, at the stadium, but much respect to all the Buffalo Bill fans. I got the Buffalo Bills. Miami. My brother is a Dolphins fan, and watching games with him and all that. Watching the games with him and all that. Buffalo Bills have been the Miami Dolphins' house of horrors. So, that's gonna be a huge thing. But I got the Buffalo Bills. Next is the Green Bay Packers versus the Carolina Panthers. I got the Carolina Panthers. They made a huge statement by beating the Minnesota Vikings. If they play solid defense, they fight. If they can find ways to put points on the board, they should be fine. Green Bay almost gave the Cleveland Browns their Super Bowl win. I didn't see any notifications on Aaron Rodgers, so I'm not sure what's going on. But Hundley, he's been playing well enough. He's got guided into victories, and I know you like to keep a solid backup, but trade bait. But Carolina Panthers gonna win this game. Next is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I think Tennessee and Buffalo is holding the last two spots, but Baltimore, if they can win this and get a little help, they're gonna be in. And to me, they're gonna be a team that I don't think too much people want to face in the playoffs, because they have the defense, they have the experience, and they just play tough against these other teams that's already in. Next is really quick on the Cleveland Browns. Kaiser, I've been defending you this whole season, and that was a bad play. I'm sorry, that was not I can understand when the team is getting blown out to trying to do something like that, but this was overtime, and you know that was bad. If Josh Gordon can stay, man, if Josh Gordon can stay on the right path, that guy is a monster. I mean, not this a beast, but he is a monster. I mean, you gotta put him next year if he stays on this right path. You gotta put him top two, top 2 or 3. That's how much this guy has changed. I mean, look how much better Kaiser has played since. I mean, unless the decision making, but look at him as he's, how much better that Kaiser has played ever since he came back. And he's raised the team. He's raised the team up. Good. Next is the Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They need to stay ahead. Tennessee Titans are just nipping at their heels, so they still have a lot to win for, and they haven't had too much to cheer about, but what a nice way to start, building up that. Houston Texans, man, it's gonna be an interesting division next year, with Deshaun Watson coming back and Andrew Luck coming back. It's gonna be a very interesting division next year. Next is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not going to say too much about this one, but I got the Minnesota Vikings. They have a chance to, they still have a chance to get home field advantage or a bye. That's still in the works yet. Next is the New York Jets versus the New Orleans Saints. I got the New Orleans Saints there at home. They still, again, playoff positioning is still in the works yet. McCown is not playing, so. Next is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Giants. I got the Philadelphia Eagles. If Nick Foles just let the team around him, all he has to do is just manage the game the right way. Let the team win the game. He just doesn't have to, not lose the game, but just not put his team in bad position. They should be fine. New York Giants, hey, if you wanna, you had your chance against us to ruin our season, you can. I mean, you're not gonna ruin the Philadelphia Eagles season because they already clinched. They already clinched the NFC East and all that, but you can take away a little bit by their playoff positioning. So whatever pride you want to muster up to win this game, it's been kind of lopsided. The Eagles had you guys' number for a lot of years. What a way to close out the year, or closing out the year, over the win over the Eagles. Next is the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Redskins. Man, I got the Washington Redskins, but Arizona Cardinals are not gonna go down without a fight. But Washington, I got a gut feeling about this game about Washington. Next is the Los Angeles Rams versus Seattle Seahawks. I got the Rams in this one. I originally was gonna pick the Seahawks, but with the suspensions coming up and the way Rams are playing, they can put up a lot of points. So again, with the suspension and with the injuries, I can see the Rams winning this game. Next is the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the New England Patriots. And Miami has been a house of horrors for them, but for some reason they got the Pittsburgh Steelers number. So, if the Pittsburgh Steelers can muster up, a defense, against the Patriots, then they got a shot. But that's what's going to take. Their defense is going to have to step up. But I don't see it happening. For the New England goal, don't get a third down conversion. Tom Brady is gonna come out fired up and make a statement. Like, hey, you guys doubted us again. Okay, here we go. Next is the Tennessee Titans versus the San Francisco 49ers. I got the Tennessee Titans, but San Francisco, Jimmy Garoppolo, 2-0 ever since being inserted to the. So they're building a lot for the future. I don't know what's going on with his contract, but hey. But I got the Tennessee Titans. They're hanging on to their playoff positioning. You know, and their division is not settled yet, so they have a lot to play for yet. Finally, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta has a lot to play for, and they just need this win. Tampa Bay, they have a lot of talent, but they just don't. They just don't result. The results is not there. But if anything, hey, they can get up. They can ruin the Atlanta Falcons season. All right, that's my picks. Mahalo for watching. Bani Boys and go Cowboys.